this is a way that you can save a significant amount of money with. All right, welcome back, everyone. I am Kyle, and we're here with another episode of the Swop News. This one's a little bit different. It's going to have a demo in it as we talk about Caffeine AI. There's been some recent news and stuff going on. Dfinity just launched some new updates and stuff, so we'll get into that here shortly. But if you are not familiar with Caffeine AI, it is where you can build through conversation with an AI chatbot. So this is their advertisement that they put out. Just kind of interesting as you see more of these like self-coding app building products and stuff get into the market. So as I mentioned, they just had a new update where Caffeine AI can do a web search. So with this, they will allow you to search the web, get APIs. There's a weather app builder and stuff that you could, essentially make here and just kind of grab some real-time updates. So this is a massive tool because obviously this is how you get, real-time data and stuff into your apps. So coming up, we have some builders here that are, showcasing what they've built with Caffeine AI so far. So first up, we have X2, and he's actually got a second clip in this as well. But he built like a Google Maps essentially with Caffeine AI. So this was pretty fascinating as we start to see more and more of these products come out. I mean, this is, great, especially, it doesn't take you that long to build something like this. Usually it's just a couple of prompts and then, just kind of advancing it and tweaking it as you go. So this is another game that X2 built, and this is a low poly shooter, which is pretty interesting. There's a lot of game devs and stuff out there, and if you can, if you want to build your own game really quick, because maybe you're sick of some stuff that's been coming out in the gaming market, this would be a useful tool. You can build your own game, play with friends, and kind of just expand upon it from there. Especially just like the early stages of Caffeine AI, this is really fascinating stuff that we're able to do on ourselves, like all of ourselves now. Not having to wait for Grand Theft Auto to release GTA 6 and stuff. So next up we have goodcoin.icp. He built a game as well, and this is something that just took him about 5 minutes, he says. And so Space Shooter is, one of those old arcade games. We've also seen some people build like Pac-Man and some other things. So this is pretty fascinating. You can build this into your own website and build out your product further. So next up, this is like our initial prompts. So we're kind of like doing a quick video today. But this is our initial prompts as we began building out something for creators. Now, I think Caffeine AI is something that's going to be extremely useful for content creators. Now, over the years, we've seen people get censored and deplatformed and stuff. So the goal for what I was building here was something for like a community building platform around content creators, or even a brand would be, a good like other alternative to kind of go this route, which would enable you to like upload your YouTube URLs or directly upload your content. Now, in the past, when someone is deplatformed, they lose a significant amount of their following, and so they need to be able to have a platform to come back on. Now, also in this case, you could potentially be out of your content. Content in itself requires a lot of storage, so you might have misplaced files and stuff and maybe not have all your stuff. So this would be a good alternative as a fallback as you start to explore Caffeine AI and the capabilities. So we'll get into that more, but as you can see, it's coding from our prompts on the right hand side there, and kind of just getting further into the app build mode. And then after a few minutes, we get into our first draft, and this is what it looks like, right? So this is the early couple of prompts. This is our first generation of what this type's like gonna come out to look like. Now, as you kind of build this, you need to tweak it quite a bit. Sometimes I use like ChatGPT or Claude to help me with prompts so that I know like what to do the best with Caffeine AI and to get the most out of it, right? So again, this was just an early generation, and then coming up here, I have like the final after of like building for about 2 hours. So this is the final version right here. And so, like I said, within like an hour or two, this is what I was able to do. I was kind of coming and going and handling some stuff as well today. But now we have like this final edition of like the early like prompting right now. I would want to go in and tweak this a bit more, but this is what I came up with in just like a quick prompting sesh. So now you'll have like a forum, an instant chat, and a shop. Now, creators, they tend to sell a lot of merch and brands and stuff as they explore, what's possible as they're developing their communities and stuff even further. So this is, I think, a very useful site to kind of replicate and kind of get into the market there. So as you can see here, this pulls up a video player screen and you can comment and post. It'll you'll be able to have comments and stuff kind of come in this way. But with YouTube specifically, this will still count towards your views and stuff. So even if you want to like do a separate approach or like get your content on YouTube, also have a platform that you can build and maintain a relationship with your community, this is a very useful way to do it. Like, honestly, this is one way, and then I'll show you shortly here. This is a video that I directly uploaded. So this is hosted on the internet computer here.
To Liquidium booth and hang out.
And the quality and all that, it's all dependent on what you do. I think you can store up to 8 gigabytes at a time with Blob storage, which is what's used in Caffeine AI. You could use Ubin and other tools that would be very, very useful for you. Now, over here, I also had Caffeine create a newsletter, and I'm going to show you that as well. We're going to go to the admin. So I built a backend CMS content manager. So this will allow me to update things on the back end for the front end of the site that the users will see. Very useful tool. And I would say like this is like what you absolutely need to do as you're building with Caffeine AI. So as you can see, it is storing the subscriber list here, and it's able to send out the email blast to subscribers. So if you're posting your content and stuff, this is a way that you can save a significant amount of money with email lists that like as those grow and grow, like it gets super expensive. Now that you would have to enable like a email plugin and stuff like that, but very useful way to get your content out there to the world. Over here, also have a community forum. This is just something I kind of threw in. It'd be great for like community feedback on like what kind of content you should be doing next, or just kind of stuff to kind of check in and like I guess hotter like temperature check on some things that's going on in the community that could be useful for future content or just other things that you guys might be interested in. Then here I show off a community shop. Now you can integrate Stripe payments, and so this one I set up. I didn't actually do like the key for Stripe, but just kind of showing off that you can actually sell stuff here and go from it that way. I don't sell merchandise and stuff like that, so I'm not used to setting all of that up, but for someone that's been around in the game for a while, this is definitely right up your alley. So now on the CMS for the admin, I have this design customization, so you're able to tweak the hero header for your site as people are coming in. You can change the subtitle and change the call to action and where it takes them, as well as the image. So again, this is very useful as you're designing with Caffeine AI. I think a lot of people are gonna find this extremely helpful. And then there was another thing it probably showed really quick for the video, but the instant chat. So you can have instant messenger as well on the site here, and you could just build out whatever you want. So that's the thing with Caffeine AI. This was just a quick video to show you what's possible. So yeah, make sure you're following along for more. So subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on X for the Swop. and we'll have a lot more content out here for you to enjoy. So see you next time.